Not only am I a witch, I am the spree. And I've killed thousands of civilians. And I enjoyed it.
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This time we're looking at a TV show called Motherland, Fort Salem. And this one was created by Elliot Lawrence and stars Taylor Hickson, Jessica Sutton, and Ashley Nicole Williams. With this show, they just finished their second season, or airing their second season, and so I thought I would make a review for it, make you aware of it. With this one, it's like an alternative America where witches are real. And I guess with like the Salem witch trials, you know, the witches decide to fight back. And then, you know, they send in the army, but the witches are still, you know, kicking butt. So instead of, you know, trying to kill these witches, they make them into the military and they succeed a bunch of land to them and stuff. And so the military is just full of witches and there seems to be no normal civilians. Having said that, I'll try not to give too much away with the story since it is a series. Just know that their prime goal is not necessarily to fight wars, but rather to fight domestic terrorism. What will happen exactly? You'll have to watch the movie and find out. All right, so what works with this show? Well, this is a YA show or young adult show. And so it kind of follows the tradition of, you know, having young people do young things like the 100 or what's the other one? Tribes of Europa. But this one, I think the world is really fun. I really like kind of the witches, you know, they're doing magic and stuff, but they have a very unique way of doing it. They're like making songs to cast the magic. Or in the case of like some renegades witches, it's like screams that cause the magic. And that's really cool. I thought it was really unique. I would show you an example, but you know, I can't carry a note, so and especially not in tune. So how about you check this out instead? And there's a lot more I like about the world too. You know, with the witches, I guess they kind of won the war. And so they were actually conceded like this big strip of land down the middle of America to live in. However, they still, you know, fight and participate in the Union. They also have this general, I think it's like Albert or something. But she's like 300 years old. She fought in the Revolutionary War and led them to victory. And she's still alive. Imagine that, like, you know, I think it's supposed to be like General George Washington. So imagine if George Washington lived for 300 years and was still like working with the army. That would be crazy. And so there's a lot more kind of more ideas that go into this show than just kind of surface level witches in the army. And I really did appreciate that. It really does flesh out the world. And lastly, there's a lot of things that I just find fun about this show, besides the magic and the world and stuff. In the first season, you know, there's these renegade witches, they call them the spree, and they do some mass murder, but it's all done with balloons. Like the balloons will pop and then, you know, 100 people around the balloon will die. And so they're always like, watch out for the balloons. And so you get these fun lines like this.
What is it?
I saw a balloon.
Oh, and here's another fun clip.
Balloons. Follow lockdown protocol, secure the perimeter.
And so I thought the balloons were, you know, quite a fun thing, even though, you know, it's quite a serious result from the balloons. Though one thing did annoy me, they never say the color of the balloons throughout the whole thing. They're just like, watch out for the balloons. But what color is the balloons, you know? And oh, also the renegade witches, they like burn their faces off to hide their identity. I thought that was really cool too. In addition, the main cast is really good. All their acting is really good, but it's really about the characters. The characters seem really real, seem like they are really, interested in improving their lives and improving themselves, as well as improving their friendships with each other. In addition, this is a YA show, so YA has a lot of like teen romance stuff. This one doesn't really have any of that. There's like 2 real romances and they're very organic. It feels really natural, and so the writing on that was also excellent. All right, so what doesn't work with this show? Well, this is a young adult show, so it does appeal to the younger generation's sensibilities, and it does actually get a little bit political towards the end as well. I know Leo doesn't like me talking about politics, so I'll kind of leave it at that. But no, yeah, there are some politics in this. Other than that, I would say there's just like a few things that annoy me, and they're very like minor stuff. Like one character's haircut. I did not like that character's haircut. I like the character, but not her hair. It's the character on the far side of the screen from me, if you can see the screen. It just makes her look like a child. But other than that, generally I enjoyed it. And lastly, I did some research for this video, and there will be a season 3. However, season 3 will be the final season. So that's too bad. But it is what it is. You can't control these things as a viewer. And that brings me to who I would recommend this show for. Well, I think if you're a young adult, it's, targeted right to you. So definitely check it out. If you're interested in like military and magic, check it out. If you like other, YA properties, there's the 100, the Flash, Green Arrow. If you like all that stuff, yeah, try checking this one out. See the first, episode, see if it hooks you. And other than that, maybe stay away. But yeah, definitely has its audience out there. As for a rating, I think this is an above average YA show, so I will give it an above average score of 6. And having said that, I think that's all I wanted to say, so I will see you next time. Oh, hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with a post-credit scene this time. With Motherland, the first 2 seasons are out, so you can go and binge them if you want. But if you're looking for a weekly show, and you remember my review on C, that has just started its 2nd season, so you'll be able to watch it week by week. And having said that, I think that's all I wanted to say, so peace out.